Oh, wait, don't go. Okay, go. Okay.
Hey, welcome to Free Range Nerdity. This is the Everything Else show.
Hooray!
Sam?
Max. Max.
Yeah.
Sam.
Anyway.
First things first.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. We went and saw the Green Lantern last night. It's Saturday today.
So.
It came out yesterday. We saw it, and it was interesting.
If I was going to give it one adjective, which I'm not because this is a review, it would be stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to say bad. I'm going to go with bad. It was bad. It was a bad movie. I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong, it was enjoyable. I had fun when I was watching it, but that doesn't change the fact everything they could have done wrong, they did wrong.
Pretty much. Well, not everything. Some parts were actually pretty good.
And I think Ryan Reynolds was actually good casting for it. I think he would have done a good job.
Objection, the only way they could have made it worse is to include the cast of Twilight.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Ryan Reynolds did a really good job. There's some popcorn to us, yeah.
Oh, sure. Blake Lively was kind of like a human, I don't know, blow-up doll.
She was a human?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I was surprised by her
She didn't
acting.
do anything. She
wasn't bad, though, that's the thing.
Yeah. She was at the same quality you would expect from anyone else in that movie.
Anyway, the movie, it was bad. The dialogue was bad. The story was thin. A lot of it didn't make any sense. I looked up Hector Hammond last night because I was like, this whole time I've been like, who is Hector Hammond? I'm sure when I see the movie, I'll understand who he is and I'll remember. But I didn't. Hector Hammond was a scientist who discovered a meteorite that increased the intelligence in people's brains, so he experimented on other people, and then they went crazy and invented stuff for him that he could sell. And then, but it sucked out their will, that's why they went crazy. And then he did it on himself so he could suck out the will from the Green Lantern, and he became super powerful and blah 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 blah. He's got a big head. And he's in a wheelchair.
See, he reminds me of the leader, kind of, just in...
Yeah. Peter Sarsgaard was really good, though. I like Peter Sarsgaard a lot. I think he did a great job as Hector Hammond with what he had to work with, which was who knows what.
It didn't focus on space enough. That's the big issue.
Yeah, I was really excited in the first scene. Oh, this is a spoilery review.
Oh,
just by the way.
Sorry.
I really like the first scene was aliens on a planet, aliens in the Lost Sector, that we'd never see again, and that there was no need to set up who they were because they were just some aliens. And I was like, awesome. This movie's going to be about space. It's going to be about the intergalactic, community having to fight a bad guy.
Which is what Green Lantern
is exactly what Green Lantern is. Green Lantern, I like Green Lantern the best when they're not on Earth.
Yeah, it's about space cops at its core.
I like it when they're on Earth, but I like it better when they're not. Anyway, but this was not about that. And it was really cool too, with the whole Parallax, what they did with the origin of Parallax and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, I get this. And the guard, I liked the way everything looked.
Yeah, it was a pretty movie.
I thought it was really well done. I kind of like what they did with the Guardians, but I couldn't tell which one was the
I think the Guardians look kind of silly.
People did laugh a lot.
Yeah, whenever they showed the Guardians, the theater started giggling.
I didn't like their clear heads, but...
Yeah, the clear heads was odd.
Anyway, I like what they did with the whole Parallax origin. And I like what they did with the effect there, and they weren't holding back on the sucking the fear out of people, and kind of the frightening faces that the Parallax dude was making.
Yeah, Parallax was legitimately a scary villain.
Yeah.
They did a good job with that.
Yeah.
You can see him freaking out all the kids who went to see this movie.
Exactly. But then we get to Earth, and we get this sappy romance that's back and forth. Are they trying to hook up, or did they used to hook up, or...
Yeah.
What's really going on here? Are they brother and sister type figures? I don't really know.
What bothered me about that is they had almost no chemistry.
It's true. They really had no chemistry. Every time they almost kissed, it was they would say half a sentence and then almost kiss and then walk away crying.
Yeah.
It was really confusing. Which, by the way, why did he give her that emerald necklace? Because it's gonna go away.
Yeah, if you notice, it disappears in the next scene.
Which they didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Duh. Happy birthday, better late than never. What? Anyway,
I like the fact that she pointed out there's no way that mask would hide out who he was.
Yeah, they did have a couple of funny things in that, when she recognizes him immediately, almost. And he's like, how did you know? She's like, are you kidding me? That mask is nothing. She said, how am I not going to recognize you because I can't see your cheekbones?
Yeah.
I don't know. There were some funny things in there. But overall, what a bad movie. What a terrible movie. What a horrible,
And the teaser was something everyone saw coming.
Oh yeah, the credits teaser was,
Yeah.
oh, Sinestro tries on the yellow ring. The yellow ring.
It's like, wow, really? I couldn't have seen that coming. It's not like it's been his primary weapon for the past 60 years.
You know, I wish they had done it more like the recent movie First Flight. Green Lantern First Flight. That one that came out like 2 years ago. Where they like had the yellow power and like Sinestro like kind of discovered it a little bit. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I like that better. But
They should have spent more time in space. It's like, he has one really brief training session where he sucks, and then bam, greatest lantern ever.
Okay. I mean, there are just so many holes in this movie. Like, I didn't even talk to you about this. When he goes to the Guardians, and he's like, help me save my planet. And they're like, no. And then he's like, fine, I'll do it myself. Or he's like, or no, he doesn't even say, fine, I'll do it myself. He says, help me save my planet, and they say no. So he begs them to help him save his planet, and they still say no. So he says, watch me save my planet by myself.
Yeah.
And I'll prove to you that you should help me save my planet. I really,
The whole thing was just...
it was just bad. And then the way he defeated Parallax, like, kind of made sense.
I don't know, I feel like it was kind of an ass pull a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked a lot of the shots though, like him flying around and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
All the special effects were actually pretty good, except for that one where he first flies and you can see his head kind of like bobbling around.
Yeah, but that looked kind of Photoshoppy.
But other than that, I really enjoyed it. But other than those things, I really liked it.
Other than all the stuff we just complained about, it was
Yeah.
a pretty fun movie.
Also in movies, X-Men First Class. Awesome.
So much better than... I went in with such low expectation. It's probably one of my favorite X-Men movies.
It is my favorite X-Men movie. I really enjoyed it despite what Max may say. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I thought it was great. I liked it better than X2. I liked it better than X1. I don't even want to mention X3.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
X3
didn't happen.
In fact, this movie actually retconned X3, which is one of the big reasons why it's awesome.
It didn't retcon the whole thing.
But you know that scene in the beginning of X3 where Magneto and
They're going to Jean Grey. Yeah, I thought that too.
can walk and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, I thought about that, and I think that still works. You just have to imagine these two in that movie now, instead. Because, like, they were older actors playing the younger. Well, no, you're right. It totally doesn't. Anyway, X-Men First Class was great.
So good.
Awesome acting. The montage wasn't montagey. Spectacle was spectacle instead of seriousness. It wasn't anything like that.
It was serious, but it had the right touch of camp.
Yeah.
So you didn't feel like they were trying too hard.
Yeah. There wasn't times when we would laugh when we weren't supposed to laugh. Like we knew when to laugh instead of, that's kind of ridiculous, I'm gonna laugh at that, like Green Lantern.
Yeah. All the actors were really good.
Yeah, everybody was really, well, except for January Jones.
Oh yeah, January Jones was made out of cardboard.
The only problem I have with that movie, besides the whole Angel thing, Angel Pixie, whatever you want to call her, her name's Angel though.
Angel Gonzalez.
Yeah, the only problem I have with her is that she goes with the bad guys in the end.
Yeah, and it makes no sense why she would.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they threw her in there, and I wish they had given her more lines because she's great in New X-Men. Like, she drives a lot of the plot in New X-Men, and drives a lot of the plot. She's a
big part of the plot.
A good part of the B story plot in New X-Men, and she's great.
She's got such a strong personality.
Yeah.
And in this, she was just kind of, okay, now I'm vaguely a villain.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, some of the things like that were kind of like, people change sides really fast.
Yeah,
but,
for not really good reasons.
Yeah, I really liked all the powers, I really liked all the special effects, I liked what they did with the people. I loved Kevin Bacon as Sebastian Shaw. I loved Kevin Bacon as Sebastian Shaw, that was just great.
He did such a good... And I like how they kind of combined Sebastian Shaw with Selene, the Black Queen.
Yeah.
And it just... Their power sets actually work really well together.
Yeah.
He did a great job pulling it off.
Yeah, they did a really good job there. I liked the ending of the movie. I loved how they got Charles in the chair.
Yeah.
I liked how dark it was when they were attacking the secret base, how they were killing everybody and stuff like that.
Loved the original X-Men costumes though.
Yeah.
Kind of shout out to them.
That was great. I thought that Havoc in First Class would bother me, but I was like, okay, I don't really care. This makes sense. Like that works fine. I like Havoc there.
They kind of merged his personality with his dad's personality, which
Yeah.
I thought was a neat idea.
Yeah, I think that was really good.
My only complaint is, like, I do feel like they kind of tried to put too much in. They did a really good job pulling it off, but now I'm like, if they're gonna try to make a sequel to this, they used all their A material.
Well, hopefully they'll do 3 movies that set up the original 3 movies. Hopefully they'll just do a Star Wars, but do it right instead.
Yeah.
There was a lot of really cheesy things in the movie, like the maps like moving over each other, and like the whole like he was standing in front of the map and like pointing as like the bombs went from here to here.
Yeah.
I really liked all that. It was very comic booky. It was camp. The camp really works. So yeah, I loved it.
I like the fact that they got a kid who actually looked like 14 or whatever to play Banshee.
Yeah, that was cool too.
neat.
Yeah, that was good. They did a really good job with continuity in this with the first
2 movies.
2 movies. I mean, even everything except for that one scene in the 3rd movie, it still made sense with all the beast stuff. Well, I mean everything. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Probably best comic book movie I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Probably.
And you know what? Best comic book movie trying to be a comic book movie. Like
Yeah.
The Dark Knight doesn't count because it's an action film and it's awesome and it's on its own level.
Unapologetically not trying to be
Yeah, it's
a comic book movie.
yeah, exactly. But man, best comic book movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was just so good. It was really good.
If it wasn't for my, again, massive crush on Jean Grey, I'd probably put it as my favorite comic book movie,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
X2 did
So you're saying
by her.
X2?
X2 did good by her, by Jean
I
Grey.
mean, gosh, she was vapid. Anyway, other comic book movies. Thor. We saw Thor.
Thor was good.
I liked it.
Thor was definitely a popcorn movie. It
Yeah.
did not want you to take it seriously. It was pretty. All the characters had character except for Jane. It was fun to watch like Green Lantern, but it wasn't because you were secretly laughing at it for most of it.
Yep. Thor, I thought, it wasn't trying too hard. And that's the big thing that makes these movies so good, is that they don't have to try so hard. Because they're supposed to be cheesy. They're supposed to be campy like that. But if you try too hard, the camp looks like you're trying too hard. Like the Green Lantern.
One of the things I liked about Thor that they didn't do in Green Lantern, it's something I usually enjoy in comic book movies, which is why I think it stuck out that they didn't do it in Green Lantern, is that they didn't have any shout-outs in Green Lantern to anything else.
Yeah.
Like in Thor, they had all these shout-outs to like little things from the comics.
Yeah, the relics and stuff like that.
And like different characters and stuff, and that was fun. And you didn't get that in Green Lantern. They didn't have like, you don't have anything from Wayne Industries or Cord Industries.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's the whole like movie thing. Like Marvel's trying to build this universe so they can get up to the Avengers and they can jump off from there. Like they're building up to the Avengers movie, and then that's going to be their huge like. Okay, now we can do a whole bunch of like Ant-Man movies and like new Avengers and do Spider-Man better and Luke Cage and blah 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 blah. All that stuff. But DC is like, Dark Knight is great and it's doing its own thing over there. And then they're doing a new Superman movie, which is like, okay, well that's not really going to fit in with that. And they're doing this Green Lantern film, which doesn't work. Hopefully they'll do Wonder Woman and The Flash pretty soon. But those, you know what, I can see The Flash and the Green Lantern teaming up. But they're not going to.
But just like doing shout, like in the original, I'm going back to X2 here, when they have Mystique looking for stuff and they have all those shout-outs to the different storylines. Green Lantern didn't even have shout-outs to other parts of the Green Lantern mythology.
They'll be in the sequel. I'm sure they'll be in the sequel. Because there's going to be a sequel.
It's doing pretty well at the box office.
Yeah, it's doing great.
I mean,
which means that the sequel will hopefully be better.
It's been getting crap reviews, but...
One thing I noticed, which I pointed out last night at the theater, was that Green Lantern, as far as I can remember, had 0 product placement.
Yeah, it was really weird. You get so used to seeing that, and this... You didn't see him conspicuously drinking out of a Mountain Dew thing.
Yeah, I was expecting Coke. Every second I was expecting Coke. But no, there wasn't any. There was no product placement, which means not a lot of funding.
Mountain Dew would have worked really well for this.
Because it's green.
Yeah.
Haha. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's movies. Captain America comes out pretty soon. Cowboys and Aliens is going to come out pretty soon.
Also saw Super 8. It was really good. You
I
should see it. It's very J.J. Abrams in that you don't really know what's going on until the last part of it. But it's also got enough of Steven Spielberg so you don't get frustrated with that really quick.
Yeah.
It's a really long movie that does not feel like a really long movie.
Oh, that's good. Speaking of Steven Spielberg, apparently they're working on Jurassic Park 4. Or thinking about starting to work on Jurassic Park 4, something like that. Which is cool, because I love Jurassic Park
4. Why the hell do we keep coming back?
Yeah. Or they'll just call it Jurassic Park 4, We're Back. Get it?
God.
Like that dinosaur movie?
Yeah.
That would be funny. Anyway, so that's movies. TV, not a lot's going on, because everything's over. Game of Thrones just ended. Game of Thrones was amazing.
I just started it. It's such a good show.
It's so good.
Catch it if you can.
I mean, it's over now, but that's what the internet's for. Yeah, everything else is over. Fringe is gone. I don't even know what other sci-fi there is right now. SGU was good. The end of that. Anyway.
There's a new Young Justice, kind of. I don't know. They have this weird thing where it's not on iTunes or anything legitimate, but you can find it on like YouTube or whatever. I really don't get what they're doing with Young Justice.
Did it air?
I don't think so. I don't know. I've been so detached from TV.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really good episode. It's all about the Red Arrow trying to stop this assassination attempt. It builds the universe up a little more. We get to see Ray Shukul. We get to see Lex Luthor. We get to see.
I love Lex Luthor.
Yeah. And the B plot is about Superboy and Miss Martian going to school. It's more fun than you'd think. They have the school is pretty much just all comic book references. Every character they meet is a comic book character. They meet like Mal Duncan, they meet Bumblebee, they meet Marvin and Wendy. Their homeroom teacher is Snapper Carr. It's all a huge in-joke, which is really fun if you're a huge nerd.
Hooray!
Yeah!
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch it pretty soon.
Also, Batman Brave and the Bold, which I don't normally watch. They had a Ryan Choi episode though, so.
I'm gonna wait for the whole season to finish. Is season 2 over yet?
I don't think so. I think they've still got some stuff.
I'm gonna wait for the whole season 2 and then just watch it in one day, and it's gonna be the best day ever.
Watch the Super Dickory episode.
It's probably gonna be Tuesday. No, I'm sorry, Wednesday or Thursday.
The Super Dickory episode is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They took every Silver Age comic where Superman's a dick and they made an episode out of it.
Oh, right. I heard about this. Yeah. I heard about that. Yeah, that was a big deal when it came out. Anyway.
A while ago.
That's stuff. That's movies. That's TV.
Oh, the Beast of Burden is getting a cartoon.
Oh, yeah. Beast of Burden, which is an awesome comic from Dark Horse about some dogs and some cats that solve really dark supernatural crimes, is getting a cartoon. Hopefully not on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, I can see this going south in a whole bunch of ways. One, they make it too kiddie. B, they don't make it kiddie at all, and kids end up watching it. So
we'll see.
Yeah,
I love Beast of Burden though, so I'm
really
excited for what they might do with it.
I heard they're doing another crossover with Hellboy.
Oh, awesome! That was so good. That was great. I love that. Futurama comes back on the 23rd. Yeah. That's next Thursday. That's really exciting. I saw a very short clip from the new episode. You can check it out on like IO9 or something, where a rock monster doesn't have gender. Is basically the whole point of the 2-minute long clip.
Futurama has been really hit or miss for me since it came back. The Christmas thing was kind of good.
I liked all of it.
It was darker than it normally is, but
I liked everything. I like all of Futurama. I don't really care. I like all of it.
Ugly Americans is also coming back, hopefully with a
word.
I'm so glad that they renewed it after that horrible Man Birds episode, because I didn't want that to be the last episode of Ugly Americans.
I have not seen that yet.
It's not good. You've seen some of the second season though, right?
I think so. I don't remember. Anyway.
I think that might be.
I think that's probably it. True Blood. Oh, True Blood comes back pretty soon.
Yes, so excited for True Blood.
He just watched the end of season 3.
Yeah, finally.
Finally. So that's coming back pretty soon. Watch out for that, because it's gonna be.
They're gonna need to wrap up the show pretty soon though, because all the vampire actors are getting noticeably older.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. They did nope. They did Buffy and Angel.
That's true. Angel went on for forever, and he got really older. But same thing for Spike.
Yeah, Spike. Anyway.
The difference is that Angel's still hot.
Okay.
Yeah. Doctor Who. Oh, man. Doctor Who. Have you watched Doctor Who yet?
No.
Doctor Who. Holy crap. Awesome season, mid-season finale. We all saw that coming with River Song. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us saw that coming with River Song, or something to that effect. Awesome season finale. The next episode coming in, autumn of 2011 is called Let's Kill Hitler. That's the title of the episode.
Okay, that sounds pretty awesome.
It's gonna be great. There's a baby now. It's River Song is the baby. Whoa, I just spoiled it for you.
It's okay. The only episodes I've seen are the Weeping Angel episodes.
Those are good ones. Holy crap! I loved the Doctor Who. Stephen Moffat's doing a really great job writing all this and making it really kind of weird and creepy, but campy and fun at the same time. Like super dark, but I don't know, kind of like the way American Psycho is like, wow, I can't believe I'm watching this because it's kind of creepy. It's like really, really messed up, but at the same time, it's amusing. What? But not to that level.
Aren't they on The Last Doctor now? Can't they only do it 11 times or?
No, they changed that to I don't know, some odd number of years. It used to be 13 times, and they changed it to some number. I don't remember. Anyways,
they're gonna run out of dudes soon.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens at the end of this freaking season. I mean, we still have 4 or 5 more episodes to go until we actually find out who the freaking girl in the astronaut suit was. Who is it? Duh. And why she's a Time Lord. We know who it is. Duh. And all that stuff. But I don't know. And then is the Doctor gonna die? Like, what's going on? Nobody knows. Anyway, that's all.
Also in news, you definitely already know Wonder Woman is canceled.
Oh yeah, thank goodness. That happened. I don't think anything more needs to be said about that.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's pretty much.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Check us out real soon. Check out the comics show where we're talking about Flashpoint and Spider-Man and blah 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 blah.
So yeah, cool. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.